Good morning. Thanks for joining me again today. Thank you for studying this story with me this week, the story of David and Absalom, which continues today in 2 Samuel chapter 15. I'm going to begin in verse 19. What has happened as David left Jerusalem in fear of Absalom is that people marched out behind him, yet David and his retinue stopped at the gate and watched as all of the people who were following him marched by, until it came to the very last one, the very last household of Ittai the Gittite. So Ittai the Gittite stops before David, and in verse 19, the king says to Ittai the Gittite, "Why are you also coming with us? Go back, stay with the new king. For you are a foreigner and also an exile from your home. You came only yesterday, and shall I today make you wander about with us while I go wherever I can? Go back and take your kinsfolk with you, and may the Lord show steadfast love and faithfulness to you." But Ittai answered the king, "As the Lord lives, and as my lord the king lives, wherever my lord the king may be, whether for death or for life, there also your servant will be." David said to Ittai, "Go then, march on." So Ittai the Gittite marched on with all his men and all the little ones who were with him. The whole country wept aloud as all the people passed by. The king crossed the Wadi Kidron, and all the people moved on toward the wilderness. The story of marching is one of reversal of what happened to Moses and Joshua. Moses and Joshua spent time in the wilderness, and then Joshua crossed over into the promised land and entered into Jerusalem. And now David is being exiled from Jerusalem and going back into the wilderness. The wilderness is a special place. It's a place, yes, of exile, a place where you are not blessed, where danger and death are around every corner. But it is also a place where God is encountered and where people learn to trust and rely on God in all circumstances. And so David is having one of the worst days of his life, but he's also entering into a new space of possibility. I find it fascinating that we have this story of Ittai the Gittite, who shows faithfulness to David, the rightful king, even though he's new to the area, even though he doesn't know the politics that are going on, even though he might be putting his family and his household in danger because of the choice that he's making. And so we have this amazing story of loyalty, and one that helps us to think through how we might approach similar decisions. Where do our loyalties lie when decisions are asked of us? It's often difficult to see what the right path is. David thought that the right path for Ittai was to stay in Jerusalem. Ittai had done some soul searching, apparently, and knew that the right path was to stay with David. Whatever the decision that you are faced with today is, I hope that you will have the opportunity to do that kind of soul searching, to find out what it means to be loyal in your context, and to find God going with you, even in difficult places, so that you can see God's face in the wilderness. Would you join me in prayer? Loving God, your goodness is all around us, but sometimes it seems overshadowed by pain, death, and suffering. Assure us in times of doubt that you are the God of resurrection. May our lips sing your praise, and may our lives be a living sacrifice to you. Amen. Have a blessed day.